Hello and welcome to our video. Have you ever found yourself caught in a whirlwind of thoughts, unable to quiet your mind? Do you often feel overwhelmed by constant thinking, even when you want to relax? If so, you're not alone. Many people struggle with excessive thinking, and it can have a big impact on our daily lives. In this video, we'll explore how to break the habit of overthinking and find more peace of mind. Let's start by understanding what excessive thinking really means. It's more than just having a lot of thoughts. Excessive thinking is when your mind gets stuck in loops, replaying the same ideas over and over. It's when you can't seem to turn off your internal dialogue, even when you want to. Some common signs include worrying about the future, dwelling on past events, imagining worst-case scenarios, and constantly analyzing your own behavior or that of others. This habit of overthinking can cause real problems in our lives. It can lead to increased stress and anxiety, making it hard to enjoy the present moment. When we're always lost in thought, we might miss out on important experiences or connections with others. Excessive thinking can also hurt our sleep, leaving us tired and less able to cope with daily challenges. At work or school, it can make it hard to focus and be productive. To tackle this issue, it's helpful to understand where it comes from. Often, excessive thinking is rooted in stress and anxiety. When we feel uncertain or threatened, our minds try to protect us by thinking through every possibility. Past experiences, especially difficult ones, can also train our brains to be on high alert. Some people develop a habit of overthinking because they strive for perfection, always trying to make the right decision. An important step in breaking this habit is learning to recognize our thought patterns. Pay attention to the kinds of thoughts that come up often. Are they worried about the future? Regrets about the past? Harsh self-criticism? Notice how these thoughts make you feel. Do they create tension in your body? Make your heart race? By becoming aware of our thoughts and their effects, we can start to see them more clearly and choose how to respond. Mindfulness is a powerful tool for managing excessive thinking. It's about focusing on the present moment without judgment. When you notice your mind wandering into overthinking, gently bring your attention back to what's happening right now. You might focus on your breath, the sensation of your feet on the ground, or the sounds around you. With practice, this can help create some space between you and your thoughts. There are also practical strategies you can use to reduce overthinking. One approach is to set aside specific worry time each day. When anxious thoughts come up outside this time, you can note them down to think about later. This can help contain worry to a specific time, rather than letting it spread throughout your day. Another technique is thought stopping. When you notice yourself overthinking, you can say "stop" out loud or in your head, then redirect your attention to something else. Some people find it helpful to focus on physical sensations as a way to break the cycle of mental chatter. Making certain lifestyle changes can also help reduce excessive thinking. Regular exercise is a great way to shift your focus from your thoughts to your body. It also releases chemicals in the brain that can improve mood and reduce anxiety. Getting enough sleep is crucial too. When we're tired, our minds are more likely to get stuck in negative thought patterns. Eating a balanced diet and staying hydrated can also help keep our brains functioning at their best. Building new mental habits is an important part of breaking the cycle of excessive thinking. One powerful practice is positive self-talk. When you notice yourself engaging in harsh self-criticism, try to speak to yourself with kindness, as you would to a good friend. Gratitude is another helpful habit. Taking time each day to notice and appreciate good things in your life can shift your focus away from worries and negative thoughts. Celebrating small wins, even tiny ones, can also help build a more positive mindset over time. Sometimes dealing with excessive thinking on our own can be challenging. It's okay to seek support from others. Talking to friends or family about what you're experiencing can provide relief and new perspectives. They might also be able to offer support or gentle reminders when they notice you getting caught up in overthinking. If excessive thinking is significantly impacting your life, it might be helpful to speak with a mental health professional. They can provide specialized strategies and support tailored to your specific situation. As you work on breaking the habit of excessive thinking, you'll likely start to notice benefits in various areas of your life. With a calmer mind, decision-making often becomes easier. Instead of getting stuck analyzing every possibility, you might find yourself more able to trust your instincts. Relationships can improve too, as you become more present and less caught up in internal dialogues. Overall, many people report feeling a greater sense of peace and well-being as they learn to manage their thoughts more effectively. Breaking the habit of excessive thinking is a process that takes time and patience. It's not about completely eliminating thoughts. That's not possible or even desirable. Instead, it's about changing your relationship with your thoughts. It's about learning to observe them without getting caught up in them and choosing which ones to engage with. As you start this process, remember to be kind to yourself. It's natural for the mind to think, and changing long-standing habits takes time. Start with small steps. Maybe begin with just a few minutes of mindfulness practice each day. Or try catching yourself in one overthinking spiral and gently redirecting your attention. Every small effort counts and can lead to big changes over time. Remember, your thoughts are not facts. They're mental events that come and go. By learning to observe them with some distance, you can start to see that you have a choice in how much attention and energy you give them. This doesn't mean ignoring important issues or avoiding necessary planning. It's about finding a balance where thinking serves you rather than controls you. One helpful approach is to focus on action rather than endless analysis. When you notice yourself overthinking a situation, ask yourself, is there anything I can do about this right now? If yes, take that action, however small. If not, see if you can let go of the thought for now and redirect your attention to something else. It can also be helpful to challenge your thoughts. When you find yourself caught in a loop of negative or anxious thinking, try to look at the situation from different angles. Are you assuming the worst? Are there other possible outcomes? What would you say to a friend in this situation? Often, bringing some objectivity to our thoughts can help loosen their grip. Developing a regular practice of relaxation can be very beneficial in managing excessive thinking. This could be meditation, deep breathing exercises, progressive muscle relaxation, or any other technique that helps you feel calm and centered. By regularly practicing these skills when you're not in the grip of overthinking, you'll be better equipped to use them when you need them most. It's also important to pay attention to your information diet. In our connected world, we're constantly bombarded with news, social media, and other inputs that can fuel overthinking. Consider limiting your exposure to sources of stress or anxiety, especially before bedtime. Choose to engage with content that uplifts and inspires you instead. Speaking of bedtime, creating a calming evening routine can be particularly helpful if you tend to overthink at night. This might include winding down with a book, taking a warm bath, or doing some gentle stretching. Avoid screens for at least an hour before bed, as the blue light can interfere with sleep and stimulate thinking. During the day, engaging in activities that require focus and presence can be a great way to give your mind a break from excessive thinking. This could be anything from gardening to painting to playing a musical instrument. The key is to choose activities that you enjoy and that naturally draw your full attention. Remember that thoughts are just one part of your experience. By expanding your awareness to include bodily sensations, emotions, and your environment, you can create a fuller, richer experience of life that's not dominated by mental chatter. It can be helpful to remind yourself that uncertainty is a normal part of life. Often, excessive thinking is an attempt to control or predict the future. By accepting that we can't know or control everything, we can start to let go of the need to figure it all out in our heads. Connecting with others can be a powerful antidote to overthinking. When we're caught up in our thoughts, we can feel isolated. Reaching out to friends, joining a support group, or engaging in community activities can help provide perspective and remind us that we're not alone in our struggles. As you work on managing excessive thinking, you might find it helpful to keep a journal. Writing down your thoughts can help you see patterns more clearly and can be a way of emptying your mind. You might also note strategies that work well for you, creating a personal toolkit for managing overthinking. Remember that breaking the habit of excessive thinking isn't about achieving a perfectly quiet mind. It's about finding a healthier balance where thinking serves you rather than controls you. It's about being able to engage fully with life rather than always being lost in thought. The key points we've covered: we've explored what excessive thinking is and why it can be problematic. We've looked at its root causes and how to recognize thought patterns. We've discussed mindfulness techniques, practical strategies, and lifestyle changes that can help. We've talked about building new mental habits and the importance of seeking support when needed. Finally, we've touched on the benefits of a calmer mind and the importance of patience in this process. Breaking the habit of excessive thinking is a journey, and everyone's path will be unique. What works for one person might not work for another, so be willing to experiment and find what's most effective for you. The key is to keep trying, to be patient with yourself, and to celebrate every small step forward. We hope this video has provided you with useful insights and practical strategies for managing excessive thinking. Remember, a thought is just a thought. You have the power to choose which ones to engage with and which ones to let go. With practice and patience, you can create a more peaceful relationship with your mind. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please consider sharing it with others who might benefit. And we'd love to hear from you. What strategies have you found helpful in managing excessive thinking? Share your experiences in the comments below. Until next time, take care and be kind to your mind.